Coming up on Mass Media Productions, we jam out to small city kids wanting to go big.
Then we see how only you can make a difference in yourself. And to wind up our show,
We see how to keep your dogs cool this summer. Today is May 24th, 2018, and we introduce to you Mass Media Productions Right. Good morning, Bulldogs. Welcome to our very first edition of Mass Media Productions. I'm Isaac Benavides.
and I'm Victoria Terrazas, and this week's theme is summer break.
We're here at a beautiful residential area in the city of Las Cruces.
Let's not waste any more daylight, Bulldogs. Let's kick off our show.
Summer break is one of those moments a student waits for every school year.
Making a career out of music isn't easy, especially when you come from a small city like Las Cruces.
Here's Miranda giving us more information about the artist.
What are your summer plans? Well, summer's approaching fast, which means a lot of free time. Many kids will go swimming, hang out with the family, spend time with friends, or travel. But for many kids at Las Cruces High School, their summer plans are just a little bit different. Many of them will be working on their musical careers and furthering their musical future. I'm here at the Hot 103 radio station in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Many of these musicians aspire to get their music played on the radio and create a name for themselves. Nico Stees, who is a current junior at Las Cruces High School, has had a true passion for music for years and believes that his future is bright.
Started writing while I was in 8th grade up until junior year, and then that's when I started recording. So I started recently putting out music this past school year. Over the summer, I'm not going to be dealing with school, so that's going to be a big factor towards the summer, so I'll be able to release more music.
Nico is dreaming big, hoping that his music will soon define him. He also hopes that people will gain a respect and appreciation for music of all types.
Getting my name out there. I want people to just know who I am, like me, my music.
Currently, Nico is branching out to places such as Albuquerque, El Paso, and Las Cruces, hoping for more performance opportunities.
A big accomplishment was my first song. My first song is my worst song that I have put out, but I just have it out there because it's my first song. I want people to see my growth.
It is obvious the growth that Nico has made over the past years. From his first song, where he sat in the closet with his phone, earbuds, and barely hit 1,000 views, to today, where he has multiple songs out and is creating albums.
Knowing the outcome of it and how big the outcome would be and pay off was a really big accomplishment.
You can do anything you set your mind to. This quote comes directly from the famous rapper Eminem, and is exactly what these musicians will be doing this summer. Well, hopefully soon their music hits the charts and our radios. Reporting for Mass Media Productions, this has been Miranda Romero.
Wow, I'm amazed, Miranda. I never realized how much talent we had in our very own school.
Yeah, that is amazing, but they're the only ones that can achieve their own goals.
Speaking of achieving one's goals, here's a little motivation for you.
I think that the quote means that we can't fix these problems or really broken situations without having an understanding of them and having empathy for each other. It says that hate can't drive out hate, or darkness can't drive out darkness, and it's kind of like saying that you can't fight fire with fire. You have to be able to, I don't know, I guess teach people. You have to teach them the knowledge to help them, and you can't really change intolerance by teaching more hatred. You have to help people understand that people are people.
In June of 1994, temperatures rose up to 122 degrees here in New Mexico. I know I wouldn't want to be walking around in that heat.
Yeah, and neither would my pups. Anyways, let's take a look at how our pups can stay cool, because just like us, they can feel the summer heat.
Good morning, Bulldog Broadcast. I'm Genesis Valdez. Do you have any pets at home? Well, this summer's coming up, so that means that the heat is coming up as well. Here are some tips on how to take care of your pets. We went over to Calista Animal Hospital and we interviewed a Dr. Jessica who helped us have more information about how to help out your pets during the summer.
The most important responsibility of owning your pet is to give them the best environment, safest environment that you possibly can. They must have shelter, somewhere to sleep, somewhere cool if they're going to be outside, and somewhere warm if it's during the winter. The biggest responsibility of a pet owner is also to make sure you vaccinate your pet, whether it's a cat or a dog. In the state of New Mexico, especially in Las Cruces, we have tons of parvovirus, and parvovirus is highly contagious. It is an intestinal bacteria that takes over and can, without treatment, potentially be fatal. So it's extremely important to make sure that you vaccinate your puppies at the requested ages, starting at 6 weeks old. We vaccinate every 3 to 4 weeks from there. The other thing that's state mandatory and by law is to make sure that your pet has its rabies vaccine and make sure that you stay up with that. You have to get it at 1 year, and then after that it's good for every 3 years at most animal hospitals. If it's hot for you outside, it's hot for your pet. Bottom line, like that's the biggest thing to remember. If you walk outside and you're playing with your dog and 5 minutes later you're like, I need to go inside and cool off, well, they should probably go inside and cool off as well. If you don't have the means to bring them inside, it is ideal to either have a doggy door so they can freely come in and out as they please, or in the garage as they please, as long as the garage is fairly cool. You also need to make sure they have fresh water at all times. Even outside in your backyard, they can get extremely hot and possibly have a heat stroke. The biggest thing in having a pet is, puppies and kittens are cute and adorable, and we think that, we want them because they're cute and adorable, but we have to really, really ask ourselves, is it something that I have time for right now? Do I have time for this puppy? Can I treat them with all of the necessities that they need? Do I have time to walk them? Do I have time to train them? If they're going to be just living in a crate all day while you're at work or school, it's probably not an ideal situation for you at the time. And again, vaccines, you have to be able to make sure that you can financially afford to have a pet. Not that pets are extremely expensive, but just like with children, we need to make sure we keep up with the immunizations, the vaccinations, and also spay and neuter. That's the other big thing that I highly suggest to all pet owners. The population's big enough. The shelters are full of animals that need homes, and so if you are going to have a pet, we really need to make sure that we take care of that, the society need as well as, and get them spayed and neutered. During the summer and even spring time when it's warm, if you sit in your car with the windows up for a certain amount of time, it gets a lot hotter than it is outside. And it is extremely dangerous. So if you can't sit in your car with the windows down without being hot, then your dog shouldn't be in there either. What happens with an animal that's left in a car with the windows up during a hot day, which hot doesn't have to be 90 degrees, 100. A hot day could be anywhere from 74 and above. Sometimes even less, depending on if car's parked in the sun and how long they're in it. So just cracking the windows isn't always going to solve that problem. Dogs can have heat stroke just like people, and it's really hard to recover from. And if you leave them in that situation long enough, they won't recover.
Now that you've gained all this information, make sure you take it as a lesson and go home and take care of your pets with what you've learned during the summer.
Well, that's a wrap for today, Bulldogs. Remember to be safe and to do responsible things this summer.
And like Martin Luther King Jr. said, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Spread some love this summer, Bulldogs. And I'm Victoria Terrazas.
And I'm Isaac Benavides. Thank you for watching our very first edition of Mass Media Productions.